this is what this is giving me. This is giving me like an anime character, and it's not comical. It's not really that clever to me, and it's not that good. So yeah, no, this is a negative, and we're not even gonna really address it because, you know, they say not to give too much like attention to people who look like they want attention. And that's her. Hey guys, and welcome to the 2020 Oscars red carpet recap. If you don't know, all we're about to do here is talk about the best and worst dress of last night's carpet. So the carpet and the Oscars for 2020 were held on February 9th, and we want to get right into who slayed and who should have stayed home. Let's do it. All right, y'all. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with the shiniest, the brightest, the blingiest, the most extra look of the night, and that is Janelle Monae. Listen, this dress took 600 hours to make. That wasn't like the ideation, that wasn't the trying on, like that was just to make. Like that is how many crystals are on this thing, but it is so gorgeous. The red lip as an accent is perfection, because with a dress like this, you cannot add much else. Like everything else on her is so subtle, because I mean, we've got this hood, like it's a dream. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, this like studded hood, diamond studded hood is reminding me of something, and I just cannot figure it out. I don't know if it's something that she's done already, if she kind of swagger jacked someone else, but I'm pretty sure that by the time I put this video out, I would have found the reference point. So hopefully she's just channeling her own self, but either way, this is a slay. This is probably my favorite look. It's tied between her and someone else, which I'll get to, but this Ralph Lauren is incredible. It's amazing, and I love it, okay? Let's get into this look from Florence Pugh. Okay, first of all, this is apparently her first time ever at the Oscars. How adorable. I'm saying that like I've been, but how adorable. The first thing that caught me, I think, was just like this idea of being monochromatic, which that is the way to my heart. I mean, the monochromatic look has really been coming through heavy for maybe about the past 3 to 4 years with no signs of letting up. A lot of people are kind of adapting their styles around monochromatic or more neutral tones, and so that's really, really a big deal. Either kind of doing solid colors or, you know, channeling into some similar tones. As you can see, I don't know if you guys can tell, I have on a two-piece. Technically, this is a full monochromatic look because everything is completely matching. This unique piece is from Shop Sugar Drip. That is their handle. I'm actually gonna link it in the bio. Can we get into this? Like this cutout, it's drama. It's extra. It's like a little bit biz, but I'm also sexy too, taking me out to dinner. It's giving me that kind of vibe. But anywho, like I said, I like a monochromatic look. So I'm loving this teal satin dress. I love the ruffling. I'm loving the details. I love that the dress kind of goes right into that same exact color and tone with the shoes, keeping that monochromatic look together. I love everything. Even the hair is perfection. So with a dress like this being so busy, like this dress is busy. Like let's be honest. The dress is busy, but it's just busy enough. But because of that, you really can't do much, and she did that to perfection. Just a small kind of detail element necklace, and then putting her hair up. Ladies, the importance of knowing when to put your hair up. It's make or break sometimes. And this definitely made the look. Love it. I don't know, guys. It just seems like some people just have everything. And by everything, I just mean good looks, acting ability, and a great stylist. That's really all I mean by everything. Because ScarJo, aka Scarlett Johansson, that's what we call her, but Scarlett Johansson looked amazing. And it's funny because this dress isn't doing too much, even down to her hair and her makeup. Not doing too much, but doing just enough, honey. We've got an amazing neckline, encrusted, giving me bling, giving me drama, but also giving me sexy with this kind of like little swoop. We've got a fitted bodice, and then a dramatic satin train. I mean, what is wrong here? The only thing I would have probably changed is she is so nude. Again, I was telling you guys that nude, I mean, it's just become so popular, like this minimalism. This nude is gorgeous. I just wish that she would have added something around her face. Even if she had done a bold lip color, that would have changed it. She would have done a bold earring color, something. She needed to add in just a little bit to make it a little bit less lifeless in her face, really. Honestly, a red lip would have changed everything. Changed everything, or even a pink. Like a bright pink would have changed everything on this look. But it absolutely is gorgeous. This Oscar de la Renta, love. Love, 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 love. I would say because we minus like 2 points for like not having the makeup together, we're giving her an 8. Giving her an 8, but when I first saw this, I was sold. I didn't really need much. So next we're gonna get into Gal Gadot. So she has an interesting look. I am torn. I'm torn. I wanna hate it and I wanna like it. That's where I'm at. I wanna hate it because it reminds me of something that like a child would pick out for her mother to wear. Like, mommy, you would look like a princess in this, you know? And then it didn't really come together. And then the hair is wrong. There's a lot of elements to this, but there's also a lot of elements that I like. I think that if we had kept the top part, because you know I love a black situation and I love a lace situation, if we had kept the top, on the bottom, maybe I wanted a slit, or maybe I wanted just some kind of a break. Like, I just feel like if Rihanna had worn this might have been a different situation. And so I'm just trying to find different ideations of how this might have worked. But on her, it just didn't sell all the way. Speaking of not selling all of the way, Kristen Wiig. I don't know what's going on here, but here's the thing. I don't hate it like you might think. Like, I don't hate it all the way. First of all, she lost me on the shoes. I don't care. I'm not coming back. We're not gonna introduce black and then go to a nude gold. Like, it's just too many colors. We're gonna stick in our lane. We've got a bright red dress. Do we wanna add metallics? Do we wanna add a nude? Do we wanna add a black? But we're not adding all of it, okay? And that's what she did here. She added like a nude, a gold, a black. Like, it's just too much. It's too much. But I actually really like this sleeve, like the sleevelessness going into the glove. I think that black glove is actually really cool. If she had just kept that edgy tone towards the bottom and maybe a super, super strappy, edgy black leather kind of shoe, that would have been cool AF. But she just lost it. It would look really confusing. She didn't want to be edgy, but she didn't want to be like super glam, but she's also couture in this. This has potential. So every once in a while, there is a look, there is a moment where it literally stops you in your tracks. Like, you're literally just minding your business and you're like, what? What just happened? Okay? And that is this dress. I wasn't even starting to look at any of the red carpet dresses, and this just popped up on my news feed, and my mouth literally said, not even lying. This dress, Cynthia Erivo, is killing. First of all, if you haven't seen Harriet, you've played yourself. Please go watch it. It is an amazing movie. I'm not really too familiar with her. I wasn't too familiar with her until I saw that movie. I've seen her, I feel like I've seen her everywhere since then, singing and acting and apparently slaying. That's like added to her job description. This look is amazing. This neckline, this bling, the slit, every inch of this drama, keeping that hair color, that haircut, it's so bold, it's so different. Now, a couple weeks back, when I was here with my team and we were doing a recap, there was a look that she did that was very lackluster. It was like so boring. It was just not her. I was just like, please stop. But this, I will take, because she's giving me edgy, she's giving me drama, but she's giving me ultra glam. And this works on every point. They even did a close-up of her nails, extra, I know, but it's literally, I think, Starry Night. Like, I think that's what it is. I think it's literally a painting on her nails. But that's how perfect, that's how extra this look is, and that's why this is my favorite look of the night. Then Janelle Monae. I think this one just has a little bit more extra for me. But I mean, the 600 hours thing, let's get back to that. Okay, so sometimes it's not just about what you wear, it's how you wear it. So if you come to the award show and you look like you don't want to be there, and you look like they forced you, and it looked like you didn't even want to be bothered with your hair and makeup, and it looks like you just are over it all, then it's also going to bring the dress down a couple notches. So here we have Rooney Mara, and she's wearing this black dress with some cutouts. I'm here for a cutout, as you can see, with some cutouts. We've got a lace exaggerated puffy sleeve. We've got some cutouts. We've even got some volume on the bottom, which I love. So there are some cool elements to this. I probably would have changed the silhouette of the top part. It's really elongating her torso and making her look like her torso is 80% of her body, and then her legs are kind of like making up for the little 20%. And so I don't like that. I would have opened her up here, brought up the ending of the dress a little bit higher up. So for me, I just don't like how it's constructed on her body. And then the fact that her face looks like she really either hates the dress, hates the look, or hates the world does not help. So for me, I hate this right off the bat. But it's again, as I've been saying, it's not like the dress doesn't have potential. It actually has a lot of potential as compared to like some looks from like more casual award shows. Like, it's easier to mess up something casual like the Grammys or a VMA look, because they're so casual that people kind of mess it up. A lot of times for the higher end award shows like the Oscars, Golden Globes, things like that, people look like they're getting somewhere. You're like, okay, I'm into it. And you're like, oh, shut the ball. And that's this, okay? Not gonna give her too much. Okay, so Russell Wilson looks amazing. Amazing. This is probably the best I've ever seen her look. As I was reading into this, I saw that apparently she's lost weight. I couldn't really tell, not in that way, but the dress looks like it was made so amazing to her body that I was like, I just felt like I wasn't even thinking about weight loss. I was just like, you just look good. The dress is amazing. We've got one shoulder. It's very old Hollywood, and she paired it with the perfect old Hollywood red lip. She paired it with the perfect old Hollywood glam kind of soft wave. Like, this is how you do it without being over the top, without being too themey, etc., etc., etc. I probably would change nothing. She has a necklace. I probably would have opted out for the necklace and done an earring that was a little bit bigger, like almost like chandelier style, only because I think that there's enough going on at the neckline. We've got glimmer and shimmer and gold and sequin, but it's also kind of like a one-sided situation. It's already a little bit extra. We don't need to add any more to that neckline. So that's the only thing I would have changed, but overall, that is amazing. So we've got singer-songwriter Aurora. And my question is, did Aurora know where she was coming to? This reminds me of, I don't know if they do it where you live, but when I used to live in Boston, they used to have like Comic-Con type of things where people like dressed up as like whatever in the world they want to dress up as. This is what this is giving me. This is giving me like an anime character, and it's not comical. It's not really that clever to me, and it's not that good. So yeah, no, this is a negative, and we're not even gonna really address it because, you know, they say not to give too much like attention to people who look like they want attention. And that's her. All right, so who else do we have that's amazing? So we have Anthony Ramos. And I know Anthony Ramos from She's Gotta Have It on Netflix. Into the show, into the series. I don't think it's continuing anymore, but if you haven't watched it, go check it out. That's where I know him from, and that's actually directed from and by Spike Lee. And that is who I think that he stole this outfit from. If you know anything about Spike Lee does not really care. Like, Spike Lee's like, I'm gonna wear what I wanna wear, I'm gonna throw some chains on, I'm gonna put a weird hat on, I'm gonna do a weird bling feather situation, and you're just gonna take it. And that's what I feel like he's channeling here. I don't know if he didn't have anything to wear and Spike was like, I got your back, don't worry. Like, no. From the necklace to the shoes, like, why are we doing so many different things here? Let's pick one. Again, this is the Oscars. This is not the VMAs. This is not the Met Gala. This is the Oscars. We're all about class. Now, I do want to say that at least he kind of tried to be interesting. I mean, it didn't work, but at least he tried to be interesting. There's a direction that he could have taken this that could have been really, really cool, but I think the shoes almost tipped it way too far. There's some other accents and details that I'm like, no, get rid of this, decide what we want to do up here. Like, there's a lot of elements, but the shoes just really like threw it in the trash. But at least he tried. I literally was like hunting and hunting and hunting for some looks from the men that were like notable, worthy of talking about, especially like for best dress or, you know, best dressed man. Really couldn't find any. I mean, the most I'm gonna give is to Timothy Chalamet, who is it Chalamet? Timothée. I know that. His whole name is French. He looked pretty good. He was in Prada. He looked pretty good. It was different. Now, he always looks amazing. I have been saying that he's one to watch. He's super young. And he just comes correct with his looks every single red carpet. Even when it's minimal, even when it's like he looks like he barely put any effort into it, but you could tell he kind of did. He always looks amazing. And so this was like kind of like, okay, he still looks amazing, but not as amazing as he's ever looked before, not like his best. And nobody really brought it for the men. I was really disappointed. Everyone was in a black tux, which I've seen before. And sometimes that can end up being on a best dress list if you add something, an element, something that's, you know, interesting enough to look at. And no one really did that. All right, guys. You know, there's some ones that you just hate to do. Like, I hate to do it. So America Ferrera is actually on one of my favorite shows, Superstore. And I don't know what's going on in this look. If somebody would have shown this to me and like give me no context, I would have been like, oh yeah, it's probably like 2008 and she's, you know, definitely killing it. Do we remember this trend? I used to use that trend a lot when my hair was looking a hot mess. I don't know if that's what's going on here, but everything, I mean, the rings give me 2008. The dress gives me 2008, especially like this hair accessory. I mean, it's just 2008. And unfortunately, it's 2020. It's not old enough to be vintage. It's not new enough to be current. And so you're just in the awkward window of like, what is happening? So let's not do this again. If we're having a bad hair day, let's chalk it up to putting it in a bun. If you are going for something more Grecian, which the dress is not Grecian enough to really kind of channel that. So it just looks off. Just looks off and confusing. And so we're gonna say a hard pass. This look, Selma Hayek, it's just giving me a little bit too mother of the groom. Yeah, that's what I want to say on that. It's giving me very like the mother of the groom was a little bit extra, and so she adds all these extra accessories that are unneeded, but definitely very matronly. She's in Gucci, and I cannot get into it. I cannot. And I think there's a way. I mean, you're not going to tell me that just because you're an older woman that there's not a way to still come stylish and current, and this just feels like David's bridal, you know? All right, we've got Molly Sims in this gorgeous dress. Suhair Murad Couture, and she's got some Louboutins on. I, first of all, love this color. She is in her perfect shade of nude, honey. Now, the thing about nude is, if you're not careful, you can look dead. It's like when you go to Sephora and you ask to get a nude shade of lipstick and they put something on you and you're like, no, honey. But she's chosen the perfect kind of nude, rosy color that is perfection. We love it. There's really nothing wrong with this look. Love the glimmer, love the shimmer, love the shine into it. All right, guys, that is all I have for you. Thanks for tuning in to the Oscars 2020 recap. Go ahead and comment and tell me who you think was slaying and who you think should have stayed home. See you guys later. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Toodles. Thanks for tuning in to the newest YouTube video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Until next time, toodles!